Wait, you?
9S, we've been expecting you. The two of us will take things from here. You need to open the door to the tower.
But you guys can't do this on your own.
What are you doing here?
Remember your promise?
What are you talking about?
Come on, 9S. Hack in while you can.
None of this makes any sense!
We'll explain everything once we're inside.
So we've heard this music a little bit leading up to this, but finally we have the proper lyric version for Song of the Ancients for Devila and Popola. This is a song that is somewhat returning from NieR. I'll just leave it at that. Anyways, I kind of just want to let you guys enjoy the music, so I'll just say it now. We've got 2 endings to do here. Yes, 2.
We've got this, 9S. You just focus on hacking.
So we are going to be killing here for a while, so I'm going to let you guys enjoy the music while I'm here killing. This is unfortunate, because I would rather have all these items, but unfortunately it is for an ending, so they have plenty of time for you to listen to it and then decide you want to hack in, I think. So I'm going to let you guys enjoy the music for a bit while I kill.
We can't hold out like this!
Ninus decided not to hack the tower in order to help Devil and Popola. It was a nice thought, but they all ended up getting killed anyway. Reckless bravery. So as much as I'd love to sit here and listen to the song again.
What are you doing here?
Bye, guys.
Remember your promise?
What are you talking about? No, we can't just abandon them. If we don't do something, they're gonna...
Oh well. Bye.
Alert. Leaving the zone of combat would mean abandoning the androids Devila and Popola. Proposal. Hack into the main tower unit.
Where are you going, 9S? We need you! 9S, come back! We can't hold out by ourselves!
Alert. Enemy forces gathering around Devila and Popola. Situation critical. Proposal. Provide rescue support immediately.
I can't leave them alone.
We've got this, 9S. You just focus on hacking.
Wow, they interrupted the nice little sequence that's going on there.
Looks like this is it. No.
They interrupted it! I'm trying to let him talk. I still want to hear this song more. Of course, Devil and Popola died. The lifeless bodies were found shortly thereafter, each clutched tightly in the other's arms. City escape. Alright. Let's do this.
Devila? Popola? What are you doing here?
Remember your promise?
What are you talking about?
Come on, 9S. Hack in while you can.
None of this makes any sense!
We'll explain everything once we're inside.
Let's actually do this. So, this is a long, long hack to give you a view of what Devila and Popola are doing. But hey, you get to hear the music some more. That's a bonus. But, yeah, so this is what you're actually supposed to do when you're not trying to go for the endings. And also, with getting those 2 endings, we have gotten all the endings I plan to get in this... all the optional endings I plan to get in this LP. Because there's one I will not be getting, because it's a royal pain. You have to upgrade every single weapon to max, every pod to max. And yeah, just not happening, sorry. You can look it up yourself if you really want to see it. Or if there's enough requests, maybe I'll go ahead and do it on a different file or something, I don't know. But anyways, yeah. If there's enough requests, I will go ahead and get it. But otherwise, I don't have any plans. It's ending Y. It will be the only one I'm missing at the end of all this. So, a little fight out there.
What's
the heck?
This barrier?
Analysis. It is part of a closed defensive system.
Well, how do I break it down?
Hypothesis. Unit 9S could permit its self-consciousness data to lose control. The resulting energy surge has an acceptable probability of temporarily paralyzing the barrier.
That's almost as bad as not going in at all!
So yeah, we've gotten all the optional endings I plan to get, which is all but one.
What happened?
It's the barrier.
Popola!
No, don't! You can't do anything! The wall's got a self-closing algorithm!
Devil and I, we have to atone for our sins no matter what!
But if you do that, your circuits will...
Devila! Right.
Devila!
I hope you don't regret this.
Yeah. Alert. Data records discovered for units Devila and Popola. Do you wish to open this data now? So, I'm going to give the same warning. This is a lot of backstory, so I'll try and remember to put the timestamp in the description to where you can skip past this, but I am going to be reading it. Let's open it. A dusty wind kisses my cheeks. Buried in sand, we press forward one step at a time. We've nowhere else to go, after all. Because our models, the Devila and Popola models, are defective. Record. Transitions in the project's initial phase. When first we woke, there were still people. They had flesh, egos, emotions, souls, and they issued us a single order: function as observers of Project Gestalt. This is the sole mission of the twin Devila and Popola models. It is the only reason we exist at all. We were the latest model, though. Many companions shared our appearance. There was a sparkle in all of our eyes, a sense of pride at having been entrusted with humanity's future. And yes, there was anxiety as well. But we existed as a pair. We shared destiny's burden as a pair. And because of that, all hesitation was swept away. Each pair was given their own cities as observation areas. We were ordered to guide the replicants with our own hands, all for the sake of the promised time that would one day arrive. We were the only ones who could handle such a duty. We were observers, after all. Ah, watch out! Devil staggers and falls in the soft yet unforgiving sand. I hurry to her side and sigh with relief when I find she's not seriously hurt. Are you alright? Sorry, sis. Guess I spaced out there for a bit. She smiles. The same wry smile I know so well. She rubs absently at her leg. Is wrapped in a white bandage. Your bandage is coming undone. Here, let me change it. It's alright, Popola. Come on, we have to go before we lose the light. We won't be going anywhere if sand gets into that thing. Now quit whining and hold still. I'll be quick. Devila grunts and turns away. I take it as consent. Soon we are resting in the shade of a nearby rock as I pull the bandage free. Artificial skin, torn and bloodied, peeks out from beneath the bandage. Judging by Devila's current lack of ambulatory control, I imagine the circuitry underneath has been damaged as well. Taking a deep breath, I check the circuitry, see if it's repaired. As expected, wiring in the nerve circuitry has been damaged. Replacing it will require new connectors as well as some tools. None of which is easy to find in a desert. Sorry about this, sis, mutters Devila. That wry smile again. It kills me every time. Don't you dare apologize, I respond. You've done nothing wrong. I calmly change the bandage, trying not to let my worry show. I make it as tight as possible so no sand can slip inside. It's all I can do until I get the proper materials. But that's going to be a tall order, considering our current condition. I'm sorry, sister. Okay, now you're apologizing? We both apologize while insisting the other's apology isn't necessary. It's kind of funny in a way. Such a trivial exchange under such circumstances. We laugh together, the sound echoing out across the desert before being stolen by the cool evening wind. Report regarding the increase in relapses. There has to be some way to prevent relapses. Devilish sharp voice echoes through our private quarters. You must be quiet, sister. The replicants will hear. They wouldn't understand even if they did. That might be true, but regardless... Annoyed at my hesitation, Devila crosses her legs and scowls. The black scrawl took another victim, she says. That's 3 this month. It's spreading way too fast. Let's wait and see what happens. I'm tired of hearing you say that. Her shout makes me jump. Just a little, but enough for her to notice. Seeing that, her eyes suddenly open wide. I'm sorry, sis. It's not your fault. I shouldn't have lashed out like that. It's okay, I understand. It's all going wrong. You can feel it too, right? When I was first assigned to Project Gestalt, I was over the moon with pride. But now, my chest hurts just to think about it. If it were to fail... Before we knew it, the replicants had gained a sense of self, and the black scrawl started raging out of control. It moved fast. So fast. Like wind. Popola and I would go to the observation room and act like it was all okay. We talked to the replicants as if we didn't have a care in the world. But at night, we'd just hold each other and share the horror of it all. I'm glad you were with me, murmurs Popola. I couldn't have handled being an observer all alone. We were able to endure because we had each other, I reply softly. Did the humans see this coming? Is that why they made a twin model? Were they really so clever? Were they really so cruel? I couldn't have done this by myself. I would have descended into madness. I simply couldn't bear such a burden all alone. When I get the chance, I'm going to try contacting another city, she says. Maybe these abnormalities are a localized phenomenon. I pray that's the case, I reply. Even if we're of no use ourselves, things will still work out if the other observers can pull through. Don't worry, it's going to be okay. But it wasn't okay. Nothing was okay. All thanks to a pair of Devila and Popola models from another town. The wind rubs my cheeks. The sand grazes my skin. It's grown cold out here. We walk with renewed purpose, hoping to make up for lost time. Devila loses her balance every now and then. It gets bad after a while. I slip myself under her arm so she won't fall again, and we press on. Is your leg alright? Well, I doubt I'll be dancing anytime soon, but yeah, it's fine. She smiles as she says this. I could tell she doesn't have much left, and yet she continues to smile, all so I won't worry. I remember when our resistance allies injured her leg. I was furious, beyond fury. I wanted to scream and cry and lose myself in it. But then she smiled, and all of that rage just drifted away. To think we have the same face, yet such different smiles. One day, I realized how she reminded me of the martyrs I'd seen in old records. That was the day we decided to leave our town forever. Record of Project Gestalt end. Our role as observers ended on the day Project Gestalt collapsed. All due to the actions of Devila and Popola models from another town. With the original Gestalt lost, humanity was doomed to an inevitable extinction. Knowing this, we gathered what remaining replicant data we could find and launched it to the surface of the moon. And though success was as unlikely as finding a lost sand grain in the desert, we still had to attempt it. We still had to try. We were androids, you see. Protecting humanity was our instinct. Other androids, beholden to that same instinct, began to direct their hate at Devila and Popola models, who'd snuffed out humanity. It started small, a few offhand remarks, the occasional glance. But even the smallest things have weight, And with enough of them combined, that weight eventually becomes a boulder. Emotions boiled over. Remarks became jeers. And soon enough, my sister and I were the perfect target for persecution. At first, we simply accepted the fact that our friends turned on us. It was almost unavoidable, I suppose. We're observers for Project Gestalt, after all. And while we didn't cause it to fail, the people who did, well, they looked just like us. So we accepted it. We took the resentment and scorn we endured because, as crazy as it sounds, I think we actually felt responsible. We moved from town to town in an effort to avoid persecution. But in one such town, my seemingly infinite patience finally broke. My sister Devila met with unprovoked violence at the hands of a resistance member. She said something in response to his taunts. Something quiet. And though her words were ambiguous, he slashed her leg nearly in two. My vision narrowed. Everything went red. And then she smiled at me. It's okay, sis. There's nothing we can do. It was too late. My emotions were no longer in my control. I'm simply not strong enough to stand aside and let the most important person in the world come to harm. Devil and I left town that same day. Violence like that wouldn't stop. It was going to happen again. And it wouldn't be coming from just one person. So rather than let them kill us, we ran. I guess it was the greatest resistance I could muster. We lose the sun as dark clouds gather overhead. We continue our march. A cold wind blasts us, stealing what little body heat we have left. I smelt rain in the air. We continue our march. Sometimes we hear animals howling in the distance. It makes us flinch every time. But we continue our march, because even this is better than suffering at the hands of our fellow androids. Why must we suffer this persecution? I know we're the same model as the androids who doomed humanity, so I understand that part. At least a little, anyway. But at the same time, we're not them. We're not the same. We are who we are, and that Devila and Popola were who they were. That's how I felt when I saw Devila being hurt. I wanted to shout it at everyone. I wanted to scream. As far as I'm concerned, there's only one Devila. And for her, there's only me. No one can take the other's place. Rain falls from the sky. It stimulates our sensation nerves like cold needles. We need maintenance badly. But that's a pipe dream, I suppose. No android would dare help a pair of outcasts like us. Are you cold, Devila? I'm alright, as long as you're with me, sis. I feel the same. Oh, Scooby. Press our bodies together to try and retain heat. It's cold now, much worse than the searing heat of midday. But we just smile at each other and keep pressing on. There's another camp on the other side of the desert. A new camp. If we can just get there, I can finally fix Devila's leg. And yet I wonder if there's anywhere on this planet that will take us. Hey, what's wrong? It's nothing. Don't worry about it. I do what I can to suppress the anxiety in my chest. and keep walking. The rain grows worse. It lashes at us without pause. Is this our punishment? I reach out and touch Devila's cheek. The rain flows down her cheeks like tears. I reach over and gently wipe it away. She smiles, but seems surprised. There's no point in doing that, you know, she whispers. But there is, because I swore to myself that I would stay with her forever. For that is the fate we twin androids have been assigned. The failure to manage the area resulted in the collapse of the Gestalt system, which led to the decimation of the human race. Due to the discovery of its instability, the twin system was removed from future android production designs. Following the incident, the Devila and Popola models were not dismantled. However, in order to prevent further unexpected behavior, they underwent a memory wipe. Furthermore, they were reprogrammed to generate constant feelings of guilt.
That is all that remains from their personal record during the era in which they were referred to as administrators.
I see.
Query: why do the androids Devila and Popola seem to prefer death over surviving alone? There was a very high probability that at least one could have escaped.
I hope you never have to understand.
Affirmative. Query: why does this tower possess an entrance at all? All material transport takes place via aerial vehicles. It is irrational for an infiltration route to be so easily accessible. Hypothesis: entrance is a trap.
I don't care. I just have to kill them all.
It's a trap! I was losing my voice halfway through that speech. I don't know if you guys all could tell, but...
Corrupted Yorha units.
Wait. Oh boy. Hello. Well then, we have corrupted androids in here. So, if you do wish to take a break, you can save it here. But, we're going. We are going for it. Oh my gosh. These things are kicking my butt.
Hello, and thank you for choosing Tower System Services. We're so pleased you've chosen to visit the tower today. Don't forget about the special prize for the guest who unlocks the last subunit in the room just ahead. You're going to love it.
I'm gonna kill you.
Yep, you are going to die at the hands of my bombs. That's my strategy for half this anymore. Oh, what do we have here? What do we have now?
Two B models? I'm glad I got to see you here. I truly am. I'll tear you apart. Every last one of you!
Warning, 2B. So yeah, we had to take out a ton of 2B clones here. So hacking or bomb really gonna be your way to go for dealing with all this. Let's drop a hack. Remember, okay, grab a bigger hacks. I apparently took 2 hits there. I didn't mean to. I only take 1. Yeah, hacking can help do a nice big chunk of damage. Of course, bomb can just drop what you need.
To be. To be! Don't worry. I'm going to kill you now!
This is really not helping his mental state, by the way. I just walked right into that wall. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Should help a little bit. No, we still got a nice little pile of them chilling here. Alright. Take them all out. As they try and smack me and I try and block into that wall. I keep trying to do that. I don't know why, but I do. Not very good for my health. Oh, there's that actually. Alright, we're down to 2, so I'm just gonna focus on bombing him down.
Alert.
Anyone else?
Enemies detected.
Still a few stragglers, huh?